Welcome to episode 111 of Sorry for the Delay. I'm your editor, Mia. This week, the boys dive into the holiday spirit, sharing personal updates and discussing their favorite holiday drinks. They explore the frustrations of Christmas preparations, including tiny rants about gift wrapping and Christmas music. Sean gets nostalgic on memories of Christmases past, and Joshua highlights the importance of family traditions. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Sorry for the Delay. We are your hosts. My name is Sean. This is Joshua. And Joshua, this is episode 111 or 111. It's kind of fun to say, you know. It's one of those numerical 3 digits. That's just fun. But like I do everybody. What the fuck?
No, I mean we include everybody. Yeah.
How are you doing this week, buddy?
No, that's good. I mean that works. You know, with it being episode 111, I don't know if anybody believes in numerology. If that's an actual word, I think that's a word. I wonder if the number 111 actually is significant in any way. So if anybody wants to check that out for us, I would be interested to know if 111 actually means anything or it's just another bullshit number in the universe. But other than that, my curiosity, I'm doing pretty fucking well. I mean, it's December 9th and the holidays are right on top of us. Mm-hmm. And I feel pretty good. I mean, no seasonal depression yet. It hasn't set in yet.
Hey, there's still time.
Yeah, I mean, my bank account still has more than single digits in it, so
that's good.
I mean, it's kind of nice, you know. So yeah, other than that, dude, I'm doing pretty well.
Nice, buddy.
So thanks for asking.
You're welcome, my dude. And you know, I'm doing pretty well as well. You know, it's going to be a good week. You know, you guys can feel it. You know, December 9th, like Joshua said, it's going to be a wonderful week. I can feel that already. The aura, the anticipation of the holidays. Joshua. What's in your cup, buddy? What do you got this week? What are you drinking on?
So I'm going to introduce this in the very beginning. Normally we do this at the end. So spoiler alert, I have 2 fun finds, and what's in my cup actually ties directly into a fun find. It wasn't my fun find. It was one of my sponsors. Fun finds, my girlfriend.
Your sobriety sponsor. Yeah.
My sobriety sponsor. She found this at one of our local Costco's, and it is the 12 nights.
Whoa! Let's go. Okay, 12 night of cocktails.
Yeah, 12 nights of cocktails. So because, I mean, we're not going to have enough time to do 12 episodes in between. So I'm going to have to double fist tonight, Sean. I'm going to have to pull 2 cocktails from the 12 nights. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it has I don't know what I'm going to get. It has a little thing on. It's really hard to get in here.
It's hard to get in frame. It's a pretty big box.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. So I'm going to tear one of them. I'm going to tear 2 of them. And we are going to see what cocktails we have tonight for our 12 nights of what's in your cup. Sorry for delay. Oops.
I love it. Do you have a cup of ice, or are you just raw dogging these bad boys?
No. You know, typically I prefer to raw dog. But tonight I'm playing it safe, and I do have something to wrap it in.
Okay.
And
all right. Thank God.
I got 2 cups of ice.
I was concerned.
So the first one is called Last Word, and this one is a gin accompanied floral green liqueur. There's lime juice. Yeah, so it's just like a fun little cocktail.
Do you have to shake them, by the way, buddy? Is there a shake?
Shit, dude.
Before you even open that, make sure there's no shaking.
If you didn't witness that last time, I did do some cocktails before, and you were supposed to shake them, and I didn't. So thank you, Sean, for
You're welcome.
helping me out with that.
You know,
it doesn't say to shake it, so hopefully I don't have a giant explosion in my face with this. Nope, we're safe. No explosion in that one. All right, so we are going to pour up the first cocktail. Sorry if this is boring some of you if you're just listening to us, but yeah, here's one little cocktail for tonight.
I love how perfectly that fit into that glass, by the way. It's like the perfect amount for a cocktail.
Yeah. And
wait, does that say how much, what the percentage is on there? Like what the alcohol
percentage is, I mean, it says 1% human rights. I don't even know what that means on the can. It says 50 proof. Is that a lot?
Oh, that's a strong cocktail. Oh, no.
Yeah. It says 25% alcohol by volume. So,
Damn. So 25%, a quarter of that is just alcohol.
yeah. So good luck, everybody listening, and if you're watching, this is gonna get fun. And this one, the next one that I have, is called Paper Plane. It's just a little guy right here, which is
Nice.
Yeah,
Very cute.
yeah, this little guy. What's supposed to be? This one is it's whiskey and lemon juice and some bittersweet liqueur. So
That one sounds nice. Anything with whiskey, I'm a sucker for, man. It's always a good time right there.
let's see right here. What does this one look like? Oh, this is a little bit darker.
Ooh, a little darker. Yeah, from the whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just to compare, I am double fisting. So you got one drink, you got two drinks.
One of them's green, by the way. The gin one is green, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So is that one?
There he goes. He's trying the gin one first, everybody.
That was pretty tasty. And let's try the second one.
Joshua with his words.
And that
Also,
one was much stronger. This is the whiskey one, so holy shit, everybody.
Wait, is there a difference on the percentage? I'm sorry. Before you move on here.
No,
Is there, I wanted to just let me know. I'm just
this one is, so the whiskey one is actually 45 proof, everybody.
So less proof than the gin one.
Yeah, 50 and 45. Holy shit. It's going to be a wild ride, everybody. Stay tuned. It's going to get,
All right, so which one did you like more?
Fuck, dude. I already forgot which one was which.
I guess
But
you gotta taste them again.
I think last word, because I just brushed my teeth, tastes a little better.
Oh. What a choice. What a choice. Okay, for the record, Joshua just brushed his teeth on a podcast you guys can't smell his breath on. So I don't know why he would do that.
Honestly, nobody should put their face in front of a mic if they haven't brushed their teeth yet. I'm just going to say it, dude.
You make a good point. I mean, there is a visual component to this, so yeah, okay, I get it. Still, though.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not coming into this mic garbage breath. Fuck, come on, dude. Come on. It's not happening. But yeah, man, that's what's in my cup tonight. They both are really, really good. And if you're next to a Costco and there's still some left going into Christmas, get one because it's a fun gift. But Sean, that's what I'm sipping on, buddy. What do you have in your cup?
Well, thank you for asking, buddy. Hey, I'm glad you're double fisting tonight. That makes me happy. But I'm continuing my Sobriety December, is what I'm titling this now. And I have another Polar Seltzer, because I'm reviewing these ones. This one is called Dance of the Plum Fairy. You can see here, Dance of the Plum Fairy. Kind of cute, cute.
That is
cute. I'm digging it.
Great art.
I'm not really the biggest fan of plums, so let's find out how this tastes. First of all, ooh, smells like it smells like a fresh plum. Like, Joshua, in summer, when the plum trees are bearing their fruits and you pick one off your grandpa's farm and you kind of just give it a big old whiff, It smells like that. It smells like fresh plums. But taste wise, let's find out. Yeah, taste wise, it kind of tastes like soap.
Like a plum soap?
A plum soap. So I don't know if you remember, buddy, the brand Soft Soap. It's still a thing, but they used to have these little soap dispensers with the fish in them, right? And they were there's a picture of a fish. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I've never heard of Soft Soap. Sorry. There.
Okay. Mia, put a picture in there so that people can see what I'm talking about. But that brand who did that made a soap very similar in scent to the way this tastes. I'll see if I can find a photo for Mia to put up to see what I'm talking about here. But yeah, it kind of tastes like plum soap, which is weird. But I'm going to drink it. So I can have as much fun as Joshua, but I'll sit here depressed drinking this.
You know what? So there is something fun about sobriety. You know what I mean? Just
yeah, you got to learn to find the fun in sober. So,
it's like, is this how the world really works?
Yeah, is this how everybody's living? Is this really what life is?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know.
Oh my God, buddy!
There you go, buddy.
Hey,
yeah,
let me do some housekeeping before we move on to whatever we're going to move on to. For those of you watching on Sorry for the Delay.live or on the YouTube channel, hello, thank you. We do appreciate that. Welcome to the podcast. And right off the bat, I'm wearing a beautiful sweatshirt for the first time on this podcast. I'm wearing a sweater. I feel like Joshua because Joshua always wears sweaters. But this is the winter sweater here that we have. You can't really see it on camera, but over here is some candy cane, sorry for the delay, logo here. And we have our beautiful snowman inside his glass ornament and our beautiful words down here. But this sweater is actually pretty soft. It's nice. I usually get my sweaters in a size 2X or like a size up because I like them to be a little bit bigger, a little bit more comforting. Because when I wear a shirt underneath, it doesn't bug me as much. But overall, nice sweater. Feels good. Sorry for the laid out live /merch. Come pick up a sweater. And also, it's off screen, but I do have the shirt version that I'll be wearing sometime within this month, which is, again, same shirts that we've been rocking all year, but that shirt is really nice as well. Front logo and back logo. Also, this sweater does not have a back logo, so if you guys care about that, this one does not have a back logo. I feel like sweaters don't necessarily need a back logo, Joshua. Am I?
No, you're right. I mean, there is, it's all party in the front with the sweater.
Yeah,
no
all party in the front, baby. Beautiful right here, beautiful. So sorry for the laid out live /merch. Go ahead and pick this up, please and thank you. We really do appreciate that. And then on top of that, Joshua, we don't have much to say. It's getting to be the holidays, and people are doing their thing and stuff. And I just kind of want to say, hey, be careful out there on the roads. It's getting wetter. It's getting snowier, especially where we live. It's starting to snow a little bit here. So just, be safe out there. That's all I'm saying. Just be safe. And that's it, buddy. That's all I got for the housekeeping corner. Would you like to add on to any of this, or what do you got?
No, I want to echo that too. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can say about it, but just be safe out there because there's a lot more people out on the road right now. It feels and seems like, and it just gets dark so much earlier. So just be careful. There's a lot of people out there, and yeah, man, just be safe. It's like Sean said.
Dude, it's speaking of it's getting darker earlier, the sun is setting here within these next few weeks at about 4:30 Pacific Standard Time up here. So the sun is going to start setting at 4 o'clock up here for me, Joshua, and that's crazy. That's crazy. That's like you wake up in the morning around 8 o'clock, and you only get like 6-7 hours of sunlight, which is insane. So. Yeah. Crazy. That does suck. But yeah, I mean, unless you got anything else to tag on to that, we could slide right over into the chat. No, buddy. Let's slide on over to the chat with this section. For those of you who are new to this podcast, hello again, welcome. The chat with this section is the topics that we're going to be talking about for the week. And Joshua, they're kind of blurry for me on my side, so if you can go ahead and read them out for us today, and we'll go from there.
All right. Heck yeah. Okay. All right. So this first one, Sean hit me up and said, you know what, Joshua, I have a topic for us this week, and he's calling it Tiny Rants. I don't know where we're going to go with this. I can only imagine what Sean or I am going to rant about, but I'm sure it's going to be a good topic. So stay tuned for that one. Number 2 on the list is, can we fix this? And again, this is another one of Sean's topics. Who knows? Whenever Sean comes up with topics, I'm like, what the fuck is going on in Sean's brain when he sends me these things? So if you're curious like I am, say that's going to be another good one. And the final 2 is one I keep up with. This is Echoes of Yesterday. I'm not even going to spoil it, even though it's my little topic here. So you're going to stay tuned for that one as well. And then the final one, because we're going into the holidays, everybody. Santa, you shouldn't have. So
I do love when Joshua comes up with these titles. It does make me laugh. Sometimes they're freaking hilarious.
Yeah, so there we go. All right, Sean, you have come into this December 9th with some tiny rants.
Yes,
lay it on us, buddy. What do you got? What do you got for me and the audience? Yeah. We're on the edge of our seats. So, what the fuck do you want?
I'm just going to go on and say this is a new segment. It's going to be a recurring segment for the new coming year. But I wanted to kind of Christmas this one in particular because it is December and it is Christmas season. So these are going to be more catered to Christmas things. So these are my personal rants. And I'll kind of give you an example of something that kind of is like a tiny rant. It's not a big rant. It's just a little rant, all right? The first one I'm going to talk about is the adhesive on bows, Joshua. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
So when you wrap
You're talking
a present
about, yes.
and you have those cheap like $1 bows, you know, and you go to stick it on the present and you have to like peel the little paper off, right? And it never comes off once, right? Or maybe you'll have one that comes off cleanly one time and then it doesn't ever do it again. And then you just sit there peeling it. And then sometimes because it's shitty ass fucking adhesive, you'll peel it and then it just rips off entirely. And then it's useless. And I'm pretty sure that's why they give you 1,000 of them inside those fucking bags for like 30 cents, you know? So my complaint is with those fucking little bows. Like, can we just find a better adhesive for those bows? You know? Like what?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No, that makes sense. I mean, because like most of us, we buy things with the idea that's a reliable product. Like it was a good investment, should have a good return, right? And if this thing is supposed to celebrate the gift inside and you can't even use it, it's fucking like what kind of shit is that? I totally, I agree with you.
Or you get like, you go to Target, right? I mean, I'm name dropping Target here for just whatever. But you go there.
Everybody goes to Target.
You buy the $5 bag of bows, right? And they're not the tiny ones, but they're like the size up, right? And so you're thinking to yourself, like, oh my God, this is going to be great because then I can peel the adhesive off really well. And then they don't come with adhesive backs. You know, they expect you to fucking tape them like I'm a fucking peasant. What is this shit? What is this? Tiny Rants. That's the first one that I had, buddy. That's the first one that I had. Okay. The second one that I have is.
Do I get to agree or disagree? Like.
Oh, sure. You want to go off on that too?
No. I'm just saying. Like, I do agree. Like, if you're gonna get them and they had the adhesive, that's cool. You know, but if you're buying them without the glue and you got to have tape, that's kind of fucked. You know, like don't.
That's fucked.
I guess if I'm gonna suggest, like, at least if you're gonna have a shitty experience, buy the ones that at least have some adhesive on them, because otherwise
then you're
doing twice the work anyway. Just fucking just invest.
You're doing double the work, especially parents, man. Parents, if you have a whole bunch of presents that you need to wrap, you know, at that point, don't even put the bow on. Like, there's no reason, you know, just skip the bow entirely. Do the easy thing and put like you get the string, right? You get the string and you tie it, and then you get the scissors and do the little cut thing and make the curls, right? Do that. That's way easier than fucking dealing with the goddamn adhesive on the bows. Like, it's just fuck.
Yeah, it's a better return on investment too. You get like 2,000 yards.
Yeah, like you can strangle yourself twice. No.
Yeah. You're probably going to do that when that fucking adhesive doesn't work on that damn bow.
All right. So the second one that I have, buddy, I guess this is more of a me thing. Well, I mean, all these are me things because they're my personal tiny rants, but ornaments that somehow break when they're inside of their fucking boxes. Now, I don't know if it's just because I'm putting my ornaments away too quickly at the end of the season or what, but without a doubt, when I pull out the box that I have my ornaments in, there is literally one or two that have broken mysteriously. And I don't understand it because I put them away and they're all perfect, right? And then I transport them really gently and I put them in the closet where nothing is touched on them. Like, they're not being jostled around. They're not being hit with anything. They're just in a storage bin doing nothing other than collecting dust. And then when I pull them out, there's one or two that are fucking broken. I don't get it. I don't get how that fucking happens. Like, I seriously, I don't get why that's a thing. It's almost like the fucking lights. So every year, Joshua, every fucking, this is not even on my list, by the way. This is not even on my list. I'm getting riled up for this.
Okay, real quick. If you're just listening, you got to slide over to YouTube. You got to listen. Look, Sean's mannerisms during him talk about this thing. He literally has the thickest vein in his neck popping out. It's worth watching us on YouTube just to watch the vein in his neck. Just saying. Oh my God. All right, sorry, Sean, to stop you. Keep going.
So every year, Joshua, I make it a strong point to take the lights. I use some extra lights that I have for decoration. I make it a strong point to make sure that when I put those lights away, that they do not get tangled, right? So I make it a very strong point to do that. I'll tie it with some little bit of Velcro, or I'll wrap it in like the rat tail wrap that you're supposed to do. And every year without fail, always tangled, always just a big old ball of fucking lights. And again, I'm just taking them. I'm taking the light. I'm going, no, taking lights. And I put them into the box. Put them into the little boxy. And then I pull out the box next year. And boom, just a ball of lights. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it, buddy. I don't get it. Is there like little gnomes in there fucking up the lights because they want to fuck with me on my Christmas? I don't know. But Tiny Rants, buddy. Tiny Rants. So that's all I had for my Tiny Rants, buddy. You got a third one in there for funsies, but yeah, those two were the biggest ones I had for Christmas stuff.
I do have questions about your two things to point out about your Tiny Rants. Okay, one has to do with your little ornaments, right? Yeah. Do you have one of those that are very special to you that no matter how many times it gets broken, you would just glue it back together and keep?
So maybe this is the problem, because the one ornament that I have that I keep very sacred to me has never broke. At least not yet. Knock on some wood here.
Knock on wood, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
But it hasn't broke, and I'm not sure why. And I don't know. I guess it's because it's not like a real like ornament per se. It's an ornament, but it's like a flat ornament. You know, it's not like a cylinder, or it has like a certain shape to it. But it hasn't broke. So I think that might play a factor into there because it's flat. You know.
Okay, so all the other ones you don't give a shit about. Those ones that break you through.
Oh, it's not that I don't give a shit about them. Every ornament to me on the tree has a special
pretty
meaning.
Harsh, yeah. I go extreme with things sometimes. Sorry,
but I would, if any of those ornaments like broke, I will try to save them as best as I can. Saying that though, I did remember that one of my Mickey ornaments that I got did break, and I still haven't fixed it, even though I have the replacement to fix it. So. I mean, that says more about me being lazy than if anything else. So,
but you're holding on to it because it has sentimental value. That was
of course.
That was kind of what I was getting
at.
That you're gonna hold something that really you have value to, like something you had as a kid or something. Like you're probably gonna hold on to and glue it back together. Yeah. No matter how many times you have to put Humpty back together, like you'll just keep doing it.
Yes, exactly.
All right, and then the lights thing, I get it with the fucking lights, dude. Like I have these net lightings, you know, like goes over bushes. But
oh god,
I don't have any bushes in front of my house.
He's putting it over his car, everybody.
Nor do I sport a bush in my pants, so I have nothing to like throw this thing over. But I use them for other things, and to restring out the net lighting is kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, and dude. I do the same thing as you. I try to strategically put it back in nice and neat, and it always gets fucked up. So
it always gets I don't even know why. So like with you, like I could get it like earthquakes, maybe jostle it around a little bit, you know. But there ain't no fucking earthquakes up here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, no, those are good rants. And if anybody else has some little tiny rants or some big rants, we love comments, and
let us know.
We do read them. So if you want to let something loose, let us know. But if you got anything else on that tiny rant, Sean, we can go on to Can We Fix This?
Yeah, let's go on to Can We Fix This? So when I first gave you this topic, I had an idea for it, but I was like, as I went through the day, these last few days, I was like, maybe I change it up a little bit. So I kind of wanted to ask you, buddy, in terms of can we fix this? The thing I was thinking about was Christmas music. So everybody's familiar with Christmas music, right? Everybody knows the songs and shit like that. But after a certain point of listening to Christmas music over and over and over again, people get annoyed with it. People kind of hate it. So, buddy, the question I'm giving is, how do we fix that? How can we fix Christmas music to be accepted year round, I guess? Or just how do we fix it so people don't get annoyed with it after a while?
You want to play Christmas music year round?
Well, see, this is the question. How can we figure out a way to do that? Is it more variety, or is it different genres of Christmas music styles? You know, like what is your? I want you to think hard about this one. How would you fix that? How would you fit? Like, I'm coming to you. You are in charge of fixing Christmas music so that people do not get bored of it throughout the year. How would you do that? That's your job now.
It's my job to fix Christmas music. So
who
doesn't have an extensive music background like you do.
To find a way to get people to like Christmas music.
God, how I would do it, I couldn't. I would not be the person to play it year round. I'm just gonna put it out there. Like I would be the wrong person for that job. But how I would fix it is fucking not play so much of it. Like I know that doesn't help your art. Like what you want to put, what you want to put this on, the pedestal you want to put it on. But I'm kind of the mind that like I don't think you can fix it by playing more of it. Okay. And if I was going to fix it, I think I would make it darker. You know, I would add a bit of a murky sound to it. I would make it sound more raspy. I would give it a little bit of
you would do
a foggy
varieties.
Yeah, I would put some fog on it. I would put some real like, you know, Rudolph got picked up by a hooker or something instead of a rain. You know what I mean? Like I would just like make it different, make it a little bit more like real instead of so happy. I mean, I don't know. Okay. Like I know Christmas is supposed to be happy, but like, I don't know. Maybe it's just too happy sometimes. And maybe I'm just, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're thinking different variety might help, which I would agree with. I feel like if you had a darker Christmas song, like I'm sure they make all this kind of stuff, right? If you had that playing throughout the year alongside like the happy Mariah Carey music, like I feel like the contrast between them could make it a little bit more appealing over a span of time, like a year. So yeah, I would agree with you. Different variety.
More variety. True. Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, different subject matter would be kind of fun too. Like, I like your idea of doing like a parody is kind of fun. That'd be interesting to have. Or even writing more like emotional stuff, like writing about the feeling of Christmas rather than like 3 turtle doves hopping on my dick kind of thing, you know? Like,
but could you, I mean, I'm going to just throw this, like you could listen to Christmas music year round. Like you'd bump that shit in the middle of the summer. Like while you're sitting on the beach, instead of listening to the Beach Boys, you'd be bumping some Christmas shit.
Yes, but it's for the main reason that you stated. Like, because I have different variety of Christmas music that sometimes I'm in the mood for. You know, there's an indie band, an indie pop band. I mean, it's Zooey Deschanel's band, She and Him. They came out with a Christmas album. If you've never heard this, I recommend listening to it. It's good. It's like indie pop music, right? But because she's like a really great singer and the songs get a little emotional, it's good. It's fun to listen to. And it's like, sometimes I feel like listening to it during summer, you know, because it reminds me of winter, you know, just things like that. So yes, I could listen to it year round. And I'm one of these people who actually likes to go to work and listen to the Christmas music or go shopping and the Christmas music is playing, because you only hear that stuff once a year, right? The rest of the time, you're listening to fucking pop music being glared at your brain for hours on end, you know? So I'm okay with listening to Christmas music. Hit me in the comments, baby. Let me know where are my Christmas fans at? Come on.
But we've asked this before, like when it comes down to Christmas or Halloween, you know, are you hanging out in the shadows or are you running around with, you know, Frosty the Snowman?
Obviously, I'm always going to go Halloween because that's birthday, right? Always going to do that. The runner-up is Christmas, baby. Runner-up is Christmas. And just like this snowman, Joshua, I'm always loving it. You know, I'm loving it. Right?
Does that mean you got some music for us? Is this where we're going with this?
This is the transition. Yeah, you're welcome. I got an AI song for you, buddy, on our AI radio here. This one is another Christmas song. Like I stated last week, I'm doing all Christmas songs. But, buddy, I'm going to make you a believer that some Christmas songs, they can stick around year round. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with Joshua and for the people watching. If you're listening, just keep on listening or head on over to sorryforthelayoutoutlive.com/AI radio. And check out this song in its entirety. Actually, I'm going to play its entirety, but you can check it out again if you want to listen to it again. But Joshua, this song is called Holly in Our Glasses. Buddy, you're about to be a believer. Here you go.
Down on the old cobblestone, the pub's packed with voices, no one drinks alone. There's pine on the counter and bells on the door. someone just shouted another one pour.
The fire is roaring, the fiddle's alive. We're raising a toast just to say we survived.
So raise your glass high, let the carolers roar. It's Christmas tonight and we're back on the floor. With holly in our glasses and cheering our song. We'll dance through the night as the world sings along. Hey!
A sweet voice is humming a soft Christmas tune. It floats through the bar like a warm afternoon.
Then the band kicks it up with a thunderous beat, and boots hit the floor like a drum in the street.
The lights may be dim, but the spirits are bright. So pull up a chair, you're a friend for the night.
So raise your glass high, let the carolers roar. It's Christmas tonight and we're back on the floor. With holly in our glasses and cheering our song. We'll dance through the night as the world sings along. Hey! We'll sing for the heartbreaks, the blessings, the wins. For old years forgiveness and New Year's begins. A toast to the misfits, the lost and the found. For Christmas is sweeter when everyone's round. So raise your glass high, let the carolers roar. It's Christmas tonight, what else is life for? So raise your glass high, let the carolers roar. It's Christmas tonight, what else is life for? With holly in our glasses and joy for and strong. We're home for the holidays, singing along. Come for the holidays, singing along. Hey!
All right, buddy. There you go. How did you feel about that song this week? Are you a believer? Are you?
I felt like, you know what? I felt like I was in like an Irish pub.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that was the vibe.
like,
buddy. That's
just
what I was
dancing
going
on like dancing on the top of the bar.
Hell yeah.
It's like toasting and just throwing drinks on everybody, getting sloppy, going to like deep into the night, just having a good time. I
But
mean,
are you a believer?
I don't know if I could
Did
play
you
that
listen
in
to that?
April though. You know,
You don't think
I
so?
don't.
I'm going to play
know
it for
if I
you in
could-
April, and we'll find out again. By the way, I did write that. I wrote that whole song, lyrics and chorus
That's
and
sick.
stuff like that. I wrote all of that because it reminded me of a song that I wrote in the band that I was in. There's a song called "The Irish," and problematic name, I know, but forgive me. I was young. But that song really reminded me of that, and I was happy to write that song. So that was fun. But I think I converted a few people out there, buddy. I think I converted a few people. Even if I didn't convert you, I converted somebody. I feel
So, Sean, I just got to ask: would you be opposed to me coming up with next week's song?
as long as it's about Christmas. It's got to be a Christmas song.
Okay, so you heard it first. So as long as I follow Sean's rules on this podcast, that it has to be about Christmas.
It has to be about Christmas. Yes, you can bring it on.
All right.
Bring it on.
As long as
it saves me the trouble.
Okay. No, yeah. I mean, you're the only one. I mean, I might not write every word, but I sure will set the tone.
All right.
If you're okay
Hey,
with it,
I'm fucking
for
excited.
next week's song.
Bring it on.
Okay.
Bring it on.
All right.
Thank God. One less week I have to write these.
Just as long as I get your approval, because you've been writing a lot of these songs. You've been doing all the work. I might be able to have one track on this podcast.
I can't wait. I feel like it's going to be a parody. So I'm going to get ready for that.
It could be. I might even have it done already. Who knows?
Oh, shit.
It's already in the drive, just waiting for you to open it after this. So the work's already done.
Oh, man. Shit. All right, buddy. Let's move on. Let's get to your Echoes of Yesterday topic. That's gonna be
Echoes of Yesterday. All right, buddy. Sometimes when I think about Christmas, I think about the nostalgia of it. I think about traditions of it. And I just kind of want to know, is there any traditions, nostalgia, is there anything that pops to your mind? And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to ask you a few questions that may spark, some memories or some interests. And I'll try. I won't try to get too personal, but
Isn't this podcast just a whole personality quiz anyway?
Yeah.
So
but I do want to tickle you a little bit, tap into your inner childhood or emotions or whatever.
Weird.
All right. So I'll start with it. Here's an easy one. Here's for your first little question here. Sean, what was your favorite childhood Christmas memory?
My favorite childhood Christmas memory. Oh boy. I don't remember a lot of. So I don't remember a lot of my Christmas memories, to be honest with you.
That's okay. It's all right. It's a long time ago.
The only one that always comes to mind is the one that I've mentioned before, but I'll mention it again. Is when I was gifted a big box, right? I was gifted a big old box, and I was like, oh my God, the possibilities are endless. You know, I don't know what's in this box. Like, this is going to be amazing. It could be something awesome. And then I opened the box, and it's like this like set of like Legos, a set of wrestlers, like all wrestler action figures. There was like 24 of them inside there, and I did not care. I broke down emotionally because I was like, this is not what I expected to be inside this box, and I'm kind of disappointed. So yeah, that's the only memory that I really have that sticks out with me. Yeah, because I don't remember a lot of Christmases. I guess the other one, the less sad memory, is I remember when I used to live in a house. Not an apartment. But my mom would decorate for Christmas every year. She still does. But the one particular house that we had a window facing like the street, and so she would decorate the Christmas tree, and we had pretty high ceilings. And so she would decorate the Christmas tree all the way up. It was like a 15-foot ceiling. It's pretty tall. And the window was like half. So it would be like 6 feet. And then it had a break, like where the wall was. And then another like 3 feet up. And then there was another like arch window. But she would decorate this tree all the way up. And so when you looked outside, you would see the tree. And I think that's pretty common with most people, is you decorate the tree so people can see it outside. But I remember a few nights driving back home, like we'd go out to dinner or something like that, and the tree would be all lit up, and it would look fucking amazing, and it would have this like vintage glow to it. And my mom every year would do different ornament colors and shit like that. But that is a memory that sticks in my mind. So I guess that's a least sad memory.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I mean, maybe that's the one thing that Vegas kind of tapped into when they put all those lights everywhere.
Yeah,
they tapped into the Christmas tree type, that unconscious, that subconscious thought, bright lights, and just kind of like something's happening. And I mean, who knows? Maybe that's a little trickery in Vegas, the bright lights. Yeah.
I mean, it's got me. I'm like a fly, like a moth to the flame, baby.
I mean, it does definitely help. I mean, as far as a memory for me, mine's pretty. I mean, if I had to box it all together, for me, it's I think I appreciate it more now that I'm older, but the best memories I have, I think, is waking up to the whole family experience as a kid.
Okay. Yeah.
Because now that I'm older and I don't get to see my brothers and my sisters and my mom and my dad all in the same space. I won't ever be able to, as an adult, kind of tap in completely as I felt as a kid. But I was watching some home videos recently and seeing how happy my brothers were and seeing how happy, my sister was and just that kind of thing. It reminded me watching those videos and as far as a super happy moment for me in Christmas, that is what I miss. And that's probably my most fondest memories. It's not the gifts. It's basically the experience that I had being together with a family completely, and just being kids, still having imagination. There's no bills involved. There's no nothing. You're just waking up, having breakfast, and just having a great fucking time. So I would say for me, for a Christmas memory, that is probably the best thing I can think of, is just that whole family experience that I miss. As an adult, I don't get that anymore as an adult, but that's why I think film and recording is so important. So if you do have families and you are listening to this, it's probably very important that you take videos, because somebody like me who has now grown up and gets to look back at these videos, if you ever forget how fun that shit was, just play those videos for them and maybe it'll spark that memory again, because I know it did that for me recently watching those videos. So that is my one of my most favorite childhood memories. Awesome. But number 2, Sean, you want another one?
Yeah. Get into it. Lay it on me, baby.
Okay. Now that we talked a little bit about memories, Sean, I want to know which holiday movie do you watch every year?
Oh God. We've argued this debate.
No, just you have to watch it every year though. Like not your best, not your best movie. We're not going to go over your best.
The one that I watch every year without like question, kind of thing.
Yes.
I will say two of them for sure. Home Alone is like the top for me, and the second one is Nightmare Before Christmas. Both of those ones will be ones that I watch every year without question, with a solid follow-up of being Elf, because like Elf is a solid movie, like a solid Christmas movie. It's funny, it's dumb.
It's on my list.
Those are my three.
It's on my list, yeah. So you're watching those. Those are yours. All right. So my number one, I'll just give you one, is and it goes back to family. It goes back National Lampoon Christmas.
Oh yeah, that one's on my list too. I have that one on Blu-ray. It's actually in my Xbox Blu-ray player, and I've never taken it out because I watch it every year. It's still in
I got Funkos of that. I think for me it's one of those, just like I talked about. It's such a relatable movie, I think, to the everyday family. You know, you can just have dysfunction. You can have family over that just completely just wrecks the place. But at the end of the day, you all just kind of love each other, and it works. So for me, I watch that movie every single year. I got Funkos. So for me, that is probably my top movie that I do. I have to watch every year. And honorable mention, I watched The Polar Express because my dad loved that movie. My dad's not with us anymore, so I watched that. Yeah, so that's another one for me. You want another question? Or keep going with these?
Yeah, give me another one.
Okay. All right. So okay. All right. How about this one? This one gets a little bit more serious, Sean. I hope you're prepared for this. All right, Sean. Is gift giving more about love or obligation?
Ooh, damn.
Think about it. You know,
okay,
like, cause this is a tough one because like, you know, we love people. We live with people. We wouldn't probably be living with them if we didn't love them to a degree. But when it comes to gifts, are we just kind of like giving it to them because like fuck, did we have to spend the money, or did they deserve it, or whatever? Like, how much thought do we put into this gift? Or like, is it obligation, or is it because we're just, it's really thoughtful, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I get you.
Love or obligation?
My conundrum right now in my brain is we give gifts because we want to show our affection, right? So affection is love. And so you're giving a gift because you're showing that love to somebody, right? But
are you? Yeah. Okay.
I'm listening. So this is my conundrum here. This is my conundrum. My conundrum is, if you don't give the gift to somebody you love, and you give it to them because you're feeling of obligation to them because you have to, you know, then gifts are more of an obligation than they are something of love. And especially when it comes to specifically Christmas time, I feel like there is an obligation to give gifts, right? No matter what the cost level is, or no matter what the emotional attachment is, I feel like there is an obligation for gifts, which kind of puts a strain on a lot of people, like especially people with families and people who don't really have the financial stability to give gifts all the time, right? It's Christmas time in particular puts hard amount of strain on families and people. And
absolutely,
that's because Christmas is an obligation now rather than a moment to spend time and show affection and give love. You know, that's just capitalism, baby. Capitalism, right? But I would say throughout the year, you know, you should be giving gifts out of love and affection.
Yeah,
I
would agree with
giving
that.
those gifts out as love and affection. But definitely during Christmas, and Christmas specifically, giving gifts is an obligation. Like, because you don't want to be the boyfriend, the husband, the girlfriend, the wife who doesn't give a gift to their significant other, their partner, whoever, right? Because just think about that already. Like, that sounds like, oh, like, what did they do? Like, did they sleep with your dog? You know, did they murder a child? You know, like, that in itself already establishes as an obligation. So that's my hot take on gift giving.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to spin it a whole nother direction. I'm going to say if you don't love somebody, just don't get them shit. It's the fastest way out of a relationship if you want to ask me.
There you go. Hey, maybe this person didn't wash their teeth a few times, and you don't want to be with them anymore. You know what?
Yeah.
Take the hint, pack your bags, get out.
Yeah, just go as little as possible. Get them a gift card to somewhere they don't go. Give them a hint. That is more of an obligation than it is love, and maybe they'll just stop showing up one day and their clothes will be gone. I don't know. Help them out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just think Christmas should also encompass love, along, I guess, with a little bit of obligation, maybe.
Always. Yeah.
But surround that. And for what I want to ask you one more question before we get off this shit and we move on. I want to know, Sean. Fuck, sorry, dude. If you could spend, I know. I finished one drink. Fuck, and so if you're just watching, I got ice
down or what?
One glass. Yeah, I'm sipping on the whiskey now. This one's a little bit stickier on the pipes. Stickier on the pipes, man.
What a phrase!
Yeah, doesn't glide down the throat. If you know what I mean.
We're gonna put that one up there with Big America. Sticky on the pipes.
All right. This is for you, Sean. This is for everybody listening. If you could spend Christmas anywhere in the world, where would it be?
With you. I want to spend Christmas with you, buddy.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I guess for a more serious answer, if I could spend Christmas anywhere in the world,
real quick. Yeah.
Like no obligation to family and stuff like that. Like
no,
obviously,
just where you want to spend it. I mean,
I would say
you want to go.
I would love to spend Christmas in fucking Disneyland, bro. That'd be awesome. Christmas in Disneyland for me would be pretty sick. And also Christmas in Ireland would be fucking amazing. I've always wanted to go to Ireland because I'm a big Scotch kind of guy, and love whiskey. I'd rather spend some time there. That'd be pretty fun. So
maybe we should do that next year.
Places.
Maybe we make that a podcast.
Shit's expensive, buddy. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Daddy ain't got the cash unless he can start selling his fucking grippers here.
Starting to feel like an obligation now, not love anymore. Sorry.
Sticky on the throat, bro.
It's coming from love. Now it's obligation. If I could do one, I have never, I know where you live, it snows. I've never experienced a white Christmas. I've never been in and around snow and seen lights and had that like the white Christmas that people sing and dance and drink to. So if I could do one Christmas at some point in my life, I would love to have a white Christmas.
All right.
For me.
Hey, we can make that happen. We can make that happen, definitely. That's an easy one. Okay. I'll buy you a plane ticket up here, fucking flying red eye.
I want the full thing, man. I want the lights. I want to just be
I'll take
cold.
you to an ice rink.
I want to be fucking I want to have to wear 4 jackets. Give me the full fucking, I want a snowball in the face.
Listen, there's a reason why I'm wearing this fucking sweater right now. Sorry for Live Out Life /merch. It's because it's fucking cold here, buddy. It's fucking freezing. It's almost
really?
snowing.
In the 30s now? Where you at? Or
we're currently it's 35 degrees.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's cold.
Do you have snow? Is there snow hitting the ground now?
There is frost, heavy frost, and then this week we're actually going to get some snow. So, oh boy.
All right. So white Christmas for me. That's where I'm going, and Ireland for you. We could both make those happen. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You want to get? Do you want to get into this one or save this one for next week? Because we could save it for next week.
I mean, we can save it for next week, buddy. I know Santa you shouldn't have, because I feel like we talked about some Santa-ish stuff. So and spoiler alert, Joshua did send me a little synopsis of what this one was. So I know that we can save it for next week, and we're gonna be okay.
Okay, all right. Well, so we will save that last topic. So everybody, if you really wanted to hear about Santa, you shouldn't have. Stay tuned for next week because. Man, that's going to be a silly one.
That's going to be a silly one. I'll tell you that right now. But mainly because, I feel like the last few weeks we've gone getting a little long in these episodes, and we have an episode coming up that's going to be quite fun, but also kind of long again. So stay tuned for that one. Joshua kind of hinted at some stuff earlier with different people stuff. So
that's going to be good.
It's going to be a fun one. But Joshua, let's go ahead and start landing this plane. Let's go through our fun finds. Let's go through our challenges for the weeks. I actually have mine ready this time, and I didn't lose it on the phone, so I'm happy about that. But, buddy, where do you want to start? What do you want to do?
No, I'll do my second fun find of the episode. I kicked it off with my 12 Nights of Christmas, my What's in My Cup. So for my final, for today's episode, my second fun find, holy shit, you guys are going to be so impressed once I'm able to open this thing. Holy fuck. Can't even open it. All right. If nobody has one of these, you should get one because it's just fucking cool. I got myself, actually it was a gift, a Snoop on the Stoop.
Oh, okay. Snoop on the Stoop making a comeback. Let's go.
So everybody, here you go. We got good old Snoop on the motherfucking Stoop.
Are you going to take him out of the box, buddy?
Oh, dude, yeah. Snoop is going to be hanging out in the background over there by Jack.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Snoop.
He's going to be your elf on a shelf.
Yeah. We got Snoop on a Stoop, everybody. So that's my fun find. It was a gift. Great, and yeah, if you have a regular elf on the shelf, they got nothing on Snoop. Yeah. There you go. Snoop will be showing up next week. There you go. That's my fun find.
I can't wait to find him in your background. I'm going to be so excited. Is he going to be in the ornaments over there? Is he going to be by Jack Skellington? Who knows?
I'm actually going to hide him pretty well back. I want to see if you can find him next week.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'll be on the lookout.
Little treasure hunt, little something back there. Yeah. Here you go, buddy. What you got? What do you got for your fun find?
Yeah. I got one thing, which I find pretty cool. So last week I did show off the White Rabbit sketch series for Alice in Wonderland, and I was able to grab the second drop that they did for that, who is right here. This is Cheshire Cat. I call him Treasure Cat because sometimes it's hard to pronounce Cheshire. But there he is. He's sketched black and white. He's fucking beautiful. Look at that shit right there. Boom, 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 baby. So that completes my Alice in Wonderland sketch set that they've done. So that's my fun find for the week. Love it. Love fucking this direction that they took on this. It's really cool. So there's that, buddy. Shall we move to our challenges? You want to do? Do you want to do a fortune?
We should do a fortune because I kind of dropped the ball with the challenges. Gonna be honest with you.
Oh God. Okay. So the answer is no. We cannot keep up a challenge for the entirety of the year.
And if this is your first episode, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So there you go. Congratulations. I'll drop two. I just you know what? Sometimes I just need a little bit of reminder.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Maybe halfway through the week, Sean, you should remind me, hey, Joshua.
I'll shoot you a text. I'll set a reminder on my phone. Like every Wednesday, I'll just go, Joshua, hey, take a selfie.
Yeah, you remember this challenge, the selfie challenge? Yeah, do that. Because
really, and we were so close too, buddy. We were so close. You were like 3 weeks away from ending the year. So
I'll do one. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll send you something. We can pop it up here. There's my selfie right there. There you go.
There it is. We don't know what it is. We can't see it, but Mia, thank you. You're the best. Love you.
It's probably gonna be me and Snoop on a shelf somewhere, just hanging out.
Oh, there you go. I love that. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. There it is. That's Joshua with Snoop. They're on something. I don't know. It looks pretty cool though.
There you go.
Oh, we're the fucking worst. Let's do a fortune then, buddy. Go ahead and bust out that.
All right. So if you missed it last week, we had this little back and forth. I don't know if we did this on when we recorded or we did it off, but we were talking about like, what do we do for the fortunes? So I talked myself into it, everybody, and we are going to continue the fortunes. So I went out and spent some money on the Naughty Dozen. And these are Christmas Naughty Dozen cookies right here.
Does this company just do things year round? Is that what this is?
They do.
Oh my God. Okay. So we're gonna have a whole 24 weeks of like
naughty cookies.
Naughty
cookies.
Oh God.
So how far we're gonna go into this pack? Who knows? It may be determined off the first one we pull.
Save them for next year.
Dude, they're gonna be so bad. Talk about. Dude, I'll have these for the next fucking 20 Christmases if we do that shit. So I don't know. Should I do like 2 cookies per episode? Like I'm doing 2 drinks for the 12 nights? I don't fucking know,
it's up
dude.
to you. I mean, it's up to you. I don't know how many cookies are in that box. So realistically, I don't know how many you can actually do before the month of December's over. There's only 12 cookies?
There's 12 cookies in this thing.
Oh, then fucking yeah. Fuck yeah.
Should I do two at a time? Cookies? Okay, we'll do 2 cookies. All right. I'm going to start at the very top because maybe they put the best ones at the bottom. All right, we got two cookies. Here we go. not going to have Sean pick. I'm just going to open these up.
Wait, can we watch it break? I want to see if it's rubber.
Well, fuck, this one's already broken.
Oh.
It's already broken. Yeah.
All right, well, that's
Spoiled that.
throw them away.
All right, Sean, here is your first Naughty Dozen Christmas cookie for December 9th, episode 111. A gift of fingerless gloves will prove useful after next month's deli slicer incident.
Oh, interesting. I don't know how that's naughty. Yeah, it's not really
maybe
naughty
it's more
enough.
like dark than naughty.
Yeah, I guess more on the darker side for sure.
Okay. This is why we're going to do 2, everybody, because these things are probably going to fucking suck. Just throwing it out there.
Hey, sometimes there's some good ones in there. It's very rare, but there's sometimes some good ones.
I think the Boozy Dozen might have had the best ones.
Yeah, I think we got to get a bag of those ones. I think that's our bread and butter.
So we're going to try to see if this one actually cracks. Because they shouldn't be stale. These should be Christmas cookies. They should be fresh. These fucking ones right here, dude. All right. Okay, if you're just listening, let me know if you hear a crack.
Kind of. Definitely, it's definitely a sound. So.
I don't know what that was. Could have been diarrhea or a fortune cookie cracking. Who fucking knows? All right. So your second of your 12 days or nights of cookies, I guess you could say, something like that. Here you go. Your Christmas spirit soars this year when someone spikes your eggnog with a little bit of spunk.
Okay, that one's not bad. At least that one tells a story, like someone got a little too fun at the Christmas party, and decided to try to impregnate people through their mouths. So,
there was actually 3 lines on that. I was getting worried. I was going to be able to get that all out.
I'm surprised.
Fuck. All right. Well, there you go. That is your Naughty Dozen, your Christmas fortune. You can get these on Amazon. We're not sponsored by any means, but if they want to start sponsoring us and giving me these for free, that'd be fucking great.
We'll take it.
They're like $20.
We will never say a bad thing about these fortunes ever again.
Yeah, please. And thank you.
Yeah. All right, but let me do some lucky numbers for this December 9th. These are your 7 lucky numbers. Feel free to use them for whatever nefarious reasons you would like. We've been doing these for a long time now. And I don't know if anybody's won, so if you've won, let me know. If you haven't, then just keep trying, I guess. But here they are. Here are your numbers for the week. 4, 11, 16, 18, 30, 41, and 49. Once again, your 7 lucky numbers are 4, 11, 16, 18, 30, 41, and 49. Joshua? We've come to pretty damn close to the end of this episode, and let me go ahead and give you my challenge for the week, since you didn't give one, and actually you did, you showed us earlier. But let me do mine, and then we can go ahead and land this plane, buddy. Joshua has challenged me to do cat poems for the entirety of the rest of the year, and I was able to do one this week, and here it is, buddy. By the way, they're all haikus because I tried. So there you go. Snow falls as cats watch. Trees sway in the snowy wind. Cats are indoors only. There you go. That's my poem.
Nice.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed that. Buddy, let's go ahead and land this plane. Let's give the people your closing monologue. This is my favorite part of the episode, when Joshua just says whatever comes to mind. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's actually meaningful. Let's see what this week brings us. Buddy, the stage is yours.
Jeez, at some point, I promise everybody I will start prepping for this and writing shit down. But I didn't do it again this time. This is, so here you go. It is what it is. So I'm too honest, dude. I should not be this fucking honest in life. Like, fuck, man. All right, no, I feel like a lot of this episode was talking about family and just getting it. Just getting to know, fucking just coming to terms with whatever, man. I just think fucking Christmas, holidays is all about families, and this is the time to reconnect. So I think we should spend some time doing that. And fuck, dude, I don't know what else to say. That was a terrible closing monologue. And if you're listening to that, just fast forward. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Next week, I'll try to be more prepared. Holy shit. Sean, please do better.
Listen, I usually say, like Joshua said, but you know what? Not this week, everybody. Not this week.
Yeah.
Hey, Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Head on over to sorryforthedelay.live/merch or just sorry for the delay in general. Come say hi to us on the website. Hit us with the like. Hit us with the subscribe button. Check us out on the Twitters, on the TikToks. Actually, we're not on Twitter. Sorry. I don't know why I mentioned that. Check us out on the TikToks, on the Instagram. We're there. We're here for you. It's a community feel, you know. But be safe out there because it is changing of the seasons. It is getting darker sooner. Just wanted to emphasize that really, really strongly. So just be safe. And Joshua, before we leave, as I do these past few weeks, I have something for you, buddy. And I think you'll get a little kick out of this one.
Someone's got to end this shit the right way, man, because I know it's not going to be me. Yeah.
Here we go, buddy. Joshua, what animal is great at singing Christmas carols?
I don't know.
A koala la 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 la. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week.
That was good.
Deuces. Shit goes, buddy. We just kind of sit here, we wing it, and then we just kiss each other on the lips. Sometimes on the mouth. Again.
Oh, what happened?
On the lips.
Hold on, what happened? Something happened, dude. Hold on. What happened?
Oh no. He's already broken it. We haven't even started and he's broken it. Jesus.
Full screen. There you go. I'll just leave it like that.
Fun times here at Sorry for the Delay Studios. This is the pure content you're paying nothing for.
I know, right? This is all free. Sponsored entirely by us.
Sponsored by us. No, if you did it once, you should be fine.
I mean, I've only had the clap once. I mean, this episode. Yeah.
Let me do my snaps here. Snap. Okay. Good. All right, let's fucking get it. 3, 2, 1. Let's launch this bad boy. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.